Hey everyone, it's Shane from RadCity E-Bike Vlog. Today I'm going to show you how to change the rear tube in the rear wheel. So the tools that you're going to need are a crescent wrench, a Phillips screwdriver, a wire cutter or scissors. You're going to need tie wraps or scotch tape, and you're probably going to want to get some rags as it'll get a little bit dirty, and a bucket to hold the screws and whatever else you take off of the bike. In this case, I'm using my son's dump truck. Alright, we're going to want to flip the bike over, but the handlebars has the LCD screen shifter. So what I did was I got a box, in this case my recycling container, in order to lay the grips on the edges of the container. And this will position the bike in a way that the LCD, your shifter, or whatever else you have on your handlebars won't get damaged. So we got the bike flipped over. We have the grips positioned on the ends of the container, just like we wanted. And this avoids your LCD screen, your shifter, your phone holder, or whatever else you have on the handlebar to not get smashed while it's upside down. I also position the seat at a certain height so that the bike is resting on the seat and evenly on the back rack. So there's 3 points where the bike is touching the ground, and in this way, you know, your bike will be a little bit more stable. So before we start taking off bolts, what we want to do is make sure that we're in 7th gear, so in the highest gear, and this would allow the tire, once everything is off, all the bolts are off, the screws are off, this will allow the tire to come out a lot easier. Next, we're going to take off the tie wrap that's around this wire. As you can see, I have scotch tape as I took off my wheel a couple days ago but didn't have an extra tie wrap to go around the wire. So what I did was I put scotch tape around it. But what we want to do is, in this case, take off the scotch tape. And then we're going to want to pull out the motor cable from the cable coming from the controller. So all you need to do is just hold it with one hand and then pull on the other end, and then you can just lay the motor cable on the frame for now. Next, take off the black rubber ends of the axles on both sides, and always remember to put your parts into your box. So now get your Phillips screwdriver, and we're going to take off the screws that's holding on the fenders. And this is not required, but by loosening these screws and allowing the fender to drop down, it'll give you a little bit more room when taking out your wheel. So do it for both sides. And now with the screws off, this will allow the fender to have a little bit more give so that it gives you a little bit more room around the wheel. And as always, remember to put your screws in your box. So we're going to start off taking the bolt on the derailleur side using your crescent wrench. And remember to turn counterclockwise to loosen. Take off the bolt. And after the bolt, there's going to be a washer. And after you take out the washer, you're going to take out the derailleur guard. And that should slide out pretty easily. So next, you're going to use your crescent wrench again. Again, turning counterclockwise and removing the bolt on the other side with the disc brake. Then you're going to use your Phillips screwdriver to remove the next screw. And then you're going to take out the metal piece. Finally, before we take out the wheel, we want to take the motor cable and pull it out to the side so that it doesn't snag on your bike. So we're going to take out the wheel. The best way to do it is to pull back the derailleur, and what this would do is expose a nice area for the axle to come out nice and easy. Be careful on the disc brake side. You don't want to be bending the disc into the caliper, so try to pull the tire out pretty straight. So pull back on the derailleur, give an opening, and then pull the tire out straight. So after that, you got your tire out, and that's about it. So now you can change the tube, patch the tube, reinflate the tire, and to put back the tire on the bike, just reverse the steps that you've seen in this video, and you're good to go.